Prosecutor fired after fight with Uber driver makes emotional statement. I was wrong. The driver recorded the incident on his phone before calling police. Prosecutor fired after fight with Uber driver makes emotional statement. I was wrong. I'm very sorry for the language I used. I'm not proud of it, Jody Warner said at a press conference as she fought back tears. After Dallas prosecutor Jody Warner was fired from her job in the district attorney's office for an altercation with an Uber driver, she apologized for her actions, saying today, I was wrong. I'm very sorry for the language I used. I'm not proud of it, Warner said at a press conference as she fought back tears. I appreciate being given the opportunity to give my side. I'm not trying to make any accusations against that driver. I don't know what's in his heart. I can tell you that not everything he said was true. I never touched him. She added, I'm not ever going to justify anything that I said. There's just a little bit more to it, and I was wrong. Shaun Platt, 26, said he was driving Warner home from the Capitol Pub in East Dallas last Friday night when she became increasingly upset and insisted he use a different route from the one indicated on his GPS. She kept saying she's an assistant DA and said, who are they going to believe, you or me? And I said, you know what? You're kind of right, so I took out my phone and I recorded it, he told ABC News. Warner, 32, began cursing and insulting Platt, calling him an idiot. At one point she said, I think this might be a kidnapping, so Platt decided to pull over. You're so stupid. I want the cops to come so that they can F you up, Warner can be heard saying to Platt on the video recording. Platt said that he asked Warner to get out of the car and that when she declined, he called the police. She actually hit me, he claimed, which Warner later denied. It was not how I expected the night to go. Uber encourages riders and drivers to call police or 911 if they feel unsafe or find themselves in an uncomfortable situation, as outlined in the company's driver safety tips. Drivers and passengers may end a trip at any time along the route and reach out to 24-hour customer support. After police arrived, Platt said he declined to press charges. After reviewing this incident and speaking with the complainant who called 911, the Dallas Police Department has determined that the officer's involvement was within departmental policies and procedures, the department said in a statement. Any further information relating to this incident should be directed to the Dallas County District Attorney's Office. There are no criminal charges filed relating to this incident. We expect riders to treat drivers with respect. This rider has been removed from the app while we continue to look into this incident, a spokesperson for Uber told ABC News. The argument led to Warner's firing on Monday by Dallas District Attorney Faith Johnson. After careful consideration and a thorough investigation, I have decided to terminate Ms. Warner. Although criminal charges have not been filed, her behavior is contrary to this office's core principle of integrity, and it will not be tolerated, Johnson said in a statement. As public servants, we represent the people of Dallas County and are examples of justice, professionalism, and ethical behavior both inside and outside of the courtroom. I will not waver on my expectation of the highest integrity for myself or my staff. I will continue to run this office with transparency and respect for the justice system and the community we serve. I encourage you, the public, to look beyond this incident and recognize that our prosecutors work hard each day to seek justice on your behalf. Warner first responded to the video in a statement, saying, I cringe whenever I hear or think about the things that I said that night. It was unacceptable, and no one deserves to be called names. She continued, that being said, the audio doesn't tell you that I was in a situation that made me feel very uncomfortable, and I became defensive and eventually angry. I never assaulted my driver or touched him in any way. All I wanted to do was get home safely that night. Platt said he was sorry the altercation cost Warner her job. That was not my intent, but you don't treat people that way. Next, my brothers and sisters, here is a clip video of Jody Warner, doing her true nature in this video.
If somebody calls you a Karen, from now on, I would highly suggest that you just take it as a compliment, because what they really wanted to call.
First of all, I just want to apologize for my language to the district attorney's office. I'm sorry. for embarrassing the office that I love very much and respect very much. I embarrassed my family. I embarrassed myself. That is not who I am. And thank you to Judge Frizzell. I'm sorry, y'all. This has been a long few days. Because of our office policy with the media, I wasn't able to respond. And I wanted to respect that policy, but yesterday afternoon around 3:30, I was let go. So I appreciate being given the opportunity to give my side. I'm not trying to make any accusations against that driver. I don't know what's in his heart. I can tell you that not everything he said was true. I never touched him. Whether it's because of my experience as a prosecutor, it made me hyper vigilant, or whether I was justifiably uncomfortable, I can't tell you that. All I can tell you what was in my heart. And I felt uncomfortable with the route that he was taking me. I'd obviously been drinking. That's why I was in an Uber. And the route was just a different way that I'd never been taken. And then when we got finally close to my home, he turned down a different street, which is not what the GPS was saying to do. And that is when I finally snapped at him and said, "Where are you taking me?" And it escalated from there. I never belittled him for being an Uber driver. That just didn't happen. One of my best friends is signed up for Uber, and I was her first ride. I'm not someone that thinks I'm above anyone. I went to law school to be a prosecutor. I love this job, or I loved. Again, I'm very sorry for the language that I used. I'm not proud of it. You know, you get in like a fight or flight mode, and I think any prosecutor would tell you that we're usually going to get into fight mode. I'm very sorry to the office. I'm sorry to the community of Dallas County. I've tried very hard to serve you in a way that would make everyone proud. I'm sorry to any victims and their parents that are hearing this. I'm not going to follow through on your cases, and I know I promised y'all I would. I know that the other prosecutors will pick them up and make sure that justice is done. There's no excuse for anyone to talk the way that I did, but there is some more context to it. And so yeah, it's the only time I ever alleged I was a prosecutor was when he was trying to make me get out, and I said, "Just take me home, just take a left up here." And he said he was going to call the police. I felt like he thought maybe I would get scared, and I didn't feel like I was in the wrong asking him to finish taking me home. That's when I said, "I'm a prosecutor, call the police. I'm not scared." I don't want to say, I'm not trying to make myself a victim. When you've been prosecuting sexual offenders for 2 years, I just look at everyone a little differently, especially when I've been drinking and I'm alone in an Uber and I know the things that happen.
Well, the judge says you saw red flags of sexual assault. Why didn't you call police or get out of the car or call for another ride?
I don't know that I saw red flags of sexual assault. I saw red flags of being concerned about the route that was being taken. I was wrong. I don't know who that gentleman is. No one deserves to be spoken to that way, but I was in an uncomfortable situation and I reacted, and trust me, I would do anything to react differently. That's just not who I am.
If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and other social media platforms to My Brothers and Sisters.